back again to talk about the coverage, shall we? So there's maybe some I didn't actually talk about, so I'm gonna just might as well do it now. Anyways, first things first is feeling for Bandai America. Oh, okay. Sadly, I already made too many freaking videos on this. I made too many. I don't really need to tell you what exactly I think about them. All I can tell you is, again, I'll just rehash. Ever since 2010, they basically went downhill. I mean, even technically 2009, considering look what they did with RPM. No, of course, yeah, I get it. No sound, but still, you could have done something with those freaking, I don't even know what you call those because I kind of didn't listen that much. But yeah, those things, you could have done something better instead of just made them flat cardboard or some kind of cheap freaking plastic. And not to mention RPM Rangers, look at the back of them. They don't have paint on the back of them. All you had to do is just paint the back of the buckles. So basically, they have been going downhill, but they just showed how much even worse it can get ever since I don't even know. I didn't even keep count. I have to say, during this whole entire freaking damn wave, I would say, let's just say a freaking decade. Let's just say a freaking decade. This whole entire decade, they just started to not even care, and now here they are. They're just coming in for the ride, even though I'm like, listen, if you guys were going to just cut it with Disney, then why don't you just give it to someone else? I mean, you're doing it now. It's like, yeah, why not? You should have just did that 10 years ago. It's like, yeah, give it to Hasbro. There we go. We're done. We're okay. There we go. But okay, well, I'm just gonna have to say Bandai America, they went from, heck, I can't even tell you they went from good, because let me tell you the horror stories of the freaking ninja figures from the third season. All those ninja figures, the Pink Ranger, her freaking arm broke off. The Yellow Ranger, her freaking foot, her leg actually came off. The Black Ranger was fine. The White Ranger was fine. The Red Ranger, he lost his crotch. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Talk about indecent exposure, right? That's basically everyone. Oh yeah, and I didn't mention the Blue Ranger. Blue Ranger, his arm came off. So the ninjas, those were crap. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty sad to actually admit that, holy frick, that line was kind of bad. That line was kind of bad. They did good with the Black Ranger, White Ranger, somewhat the White Ranger, and basically the Black Ranger was the only good one. And I can't even find the Black Ranger these days. But yeah, Bandai America, they were okay. They did great. And then they allowed Disney to seduce them and say, hey, it's over. All right. Next one is GoBusters. What I think about GoBusters. GoBusters season, I would say it was very interesting. I truly liked it. I saw the homage to Mighty Morphin a little bit. The fact that they actually put in a morpher, it's Morphin time. It's like, for you to skip that season, and they did it for you. They did that for you. And you're telling me you skipped that season? It's like, dude, you already spat in freaking Toei's face. You spat in their face. And you spat in Bandai Japan's face. It's messed up. You shouldn't have done that. I really hope they keep It's Morphin time. They should. They should. Just to pimp slap whoever. Bandai Japan America. Pimp slap the hell out of them. Be like, it's Morphin time. See, they kept it. Freak you. Freak you, Bandai America. Freak you. All right. Last but not least to talk about is Hasbro has something else that I could have talked about. Yes, I talked about Transformers. Pretty decent. Yes, I talked about Star Wars, and they actually got better. Yeah, I didn't even mention Star Wars that much, but yeah, Star Wars, they did get better every go round. In the beginning, their face was kind of whatever, but the good news is that they got better. So anyways, yeah, they got better when it came to Star Wars. The face wasn't really that good, but they slowly came to good. And it's like, yes, I mean, I have Kylo Ren right now, and I'm like, holy frick. I mean, the other ones that were apparently last wave, they were in the last Star Wars movie that wasn't actually, well, it was basically a prequel. But yeah, those faces suck. But Kylo Ren, holy frick, I'm now actually not really that bad mad that I'm like, oh, he didn't come with the freaking mask. It's like his face is awesome and it's spot on him. Of course, we do have Transformers, Legend, Marvel Legends. Those are kind of a little iffy. But the good news is that Power Rangers, you don't really care. Their freaking shape and form does not change. So that's the good news of where it's like, yeah, you can reuse the freaking thing, whatever. You can reuse it. It's like, yes, reuse it. Just make a good build. Have one for male, have one for female. You're done. The only got to do is just add on some stuff. So that's the real messed up part, I guess, is the fact of they have to add on stuff. They have to change the sculpt, but I think they're pretty much fine. And as for the whole Marvel Legends thing where it's like, oh, they're going to use the thing over and over and over again. Well, that's a little bit of a problem, though. That's a little bit of a problem because that means that once they mold a gun and a weapon, then we're going to have the gun and a weapon for like at least 3 years. Oh, fuck. It's like, yeah, but at least the good news is that they don't really have to do anything. They can just have the same weapon. Let's take GoBusters, for instance. They'll have a blaster and a sword. That's all they got, right? I don't think they actually got actual weapons that's like, oh, look, they have their own weapons. That's customized. No. They only just have a freaking saber and a blaster. They technically can have a camera and binoculars as well, so and swappable hands, but that's about it. And it's like, I wonder if they actually would be capable of doing it. And hopefully they won't go crazy and be like, we need to make them buff just like what Bandai America did. It's like, no. Remember what you do with Marvel Legends. Look at Iron Man. Iron Man's not jacked. Yeah, there we go. Iron Man's not jacked. Many others is not jacked. Johnny Storm is not jacked. Their girls aren't jacked. Even though I guess technically for Bandai, their girls aren't that jacked anyways. It's like, yeah, the girls are fine. It's just the guys that we have to worry about. But anyways, one thing I didn't talk about is Yokai Watch. Well, actually, I did talk about it. It's just that it's been a long time. I think in a lost video I did talk about Yokai Watch, the fact of, well, their toys aren't showing up anymore except for random areas that actually are very, very awesome, I guess. Because you think that Yokai Watch stopped. Some of you think it did. No, it didn't. They actually continued with season 3. Maybe even there was season 5 now. I remember seeing season 3 and it's red. Yeah, season 1 is blue, and I think season 2 was green. So they still kept going. It's just that it's in certain stores, which is weird. Certain Walmarts, technically. So it's like, yeah, that's pretty weird that you allow only Walmarts to carry it. It's weird. I don't know about the YoMotion. That I do not know. So with that, and we're going to talk about that, it's like, yeah, the good news is that that's not Hasbro's fault. That's all Disney. Disney does not do as much what they could do with Yokai Watch, which is like, yeah, Disney, good that you have Pokemon, but Yokai Watch, you should have just said, hey, let's trade. Here, Cartoon Network, you get Yokai Watch now. You. It's like, yeah, that makes perfect sense because you're not doing much with Yokai Watch, are you? You don't even have a brand new episode yet, and it's been like a year plus. How do you think your toys will sell? How do you think that video game will sell? So at least the good news is that Hasbro is not screwed over at this point. I can't say, oh, Hasbro's gonna suck, especially when it comes to the hiatus of Power Rangers. It's like, no, that was straight up on Disney's ass. That was Disney. That was not Hasbro. That was not Hasbro at all. But Hasbro did a good job on Yokai Watch, of course. So I guess technically I should have looked into that and been like, that Yokai Watch they made, it had voices. It had like at least, I don't know how many phrases, but 3 times whatever. It's like, yeah, 3 times whatever, which I guess technically we had 26 plus 2 more, means 28. Let's just round it up and say 30. That watch has actually 90 phrases. Plus, if they're going to continue to make more medals for it, it's like, then that means that they already thought of it. They already figured out even more stuff that they could put in the weekend watch. It's like, holy frick, unless they actually said, oh yeah, Type 0 will have that. I'm not sure. But I will tell you one thing. Yeah, the Yokai Watch is perfect. The only messed up part is they do not have an on and off switch on that guy. So hopefully with the morpher, hopefully what will happen is that, and I noticed, it's like, oh, so Yokai Watch is from Bandai America, Japan. So yeah, they didn't get the mold from them. But even so, I'm like, hopefully they might do it this time. But if not, it's fine. That's just something I need to talk about. So thank you for watching, folks. If you have anything you want to say, comment down below.